Hello everyone and welcome back. Today we will be comparing the 223 55 grain ball ammo to the 62 grain ball ammo in 5.56. We'll start by taking a quick look at the numbers and then we'll go out and we'll do some testing at a distance of 100 yards. Now we're going to have 4 shots for you to take a look at today. The first 2 are going to be pretty close to perfect, but that's just the first half of the video. The second half may be much more valuable. In the second half, we'll take a look at how each of these rounds perform when the shot placement is less than ideal. Now you may find that not all of your shots will be perfectly placed, especially if you're under duress at the time. And that is why seeing the last 2 shots of the day may be more valuable to you than the first 2. Remember this, in distance shooting, there are no misses. There's only hits. There's the kind that are planned by mere mortal men alone, and those that aren't. Sounds like there could be a life lesson in there somewhere. For those of you who have ever made a shot that is beyond your skill level, and to this day you're still wondering how you made that shot, would you please tell us about it? You'll find a very receptive audience here, and even if some don't believe you, I will. For the rest of you, if you like today's video, please remember to click the like button, do subscribe, and turn on the notifications icon if you haven't already done so. And as always, we're looking forward to your comments as well. Thanks again. Well, here are the 2 bullets that we'll be testing today. On the left is a 223 55 grain full metal jacket PMC bronze. On the right is a 5.56. It is a 62 grain full metal jacket made by PMC, part of their X-Tac series. Well, I did all of the chronographing off of camera today, and here are the chronograph results for the 2 bullets that we'll be testing. On the 223 Remington 55 grain full metal jacket PMC bronze, it does have a ballistic coefficient of 0.243. They claim on the box that it's got a speed of 2,900 feet per second. Out of a 16-inch barrel, I'm chronographing them at 2,908 feet per second. On the 62 grain full metal jacket, that is a PMC X-Tac, ballistic coefficient 0.304. They're claiming 2,920 feet per second right there on the box. I have found that they are telling the truth. 2,965 feet per second is where I'm showing them coming in at on my chronograph. So I've got them coming in about 1.5% better than what their claim is. In terms of the in terms of the foot-pounds rather, at the muzzle, the 223 55 grain should have about 1,032 foot-pounds worth of energy, compared to 1,209 foot-pounds worth of energy on that 62 grain bullet. But more importantly is this, what are the 100-yard numbers, because that's the distance that we'll be testing at today. The 223 bullet, the 55 grain, will come in with a speed at about 2533 feet per second at 100 yards, delivering 783 foot-pounds worth of energy. The 62 grain bullet will arrive doing about 2659 feet per second, 973 foot-pounds worth of energy. Now if it's easier to think of this in terms of a percentage, then let's do that. Here's the bottom line. The 62 grain bullet will be 4.9% faster at 100 yards, and it will have 12.5% more foot-pounds of energy. We're going to see what that actually looks like in the real world in a few minutes. At 200 yards, though, that 62 grain bullet would have 8.4% more speed and 32.5% more energy. That is a lot. At 300 yards, the disparity becomes even wider. At 300 yards, the 62 grain bullet has 12.5% more speed, 42.8% more foot-pounds of energy. We'll be shooting at this 10-pound block of clay, distance 100 yards, using a 223 55 grain full metal jacket PMC bronze. Walking up right now to the 10-pound block of clay that was just hit at a distance of 100 yards with a 223, using a 55 grain full metal jacket, PMC bronze. It looks like it was probably pretty close to a dead center hit. It certainly lifted the clay off of the target. It looks like this would be the bottom part of the clay right there. That was the part that was facing the basket, facing the crate, that is. And let's see what happened underneath of it here. Looks like it put a pretty good sized cavity on it. Can fit my hand in the cavity, it would appear. The water jug that was behind, that was first in line, this is what it looks like now. So some pretty good hydrostatic damage on that first water jug right behind the clay. The second water jug in line also absorbed some damage. Let me see if there's any bullet fragment in this guy. It does not really appear that there is. And then the third water jug back looks like he absorbed some damage also. And I have a feeling that we're going to find some type of bullet remnant in here. Yeah, there's definitely some part of the bullet in there right now. We do not have any exit on that third water jug. And it would certainly appear that this is all that's left of that 55 grain full metal jacket. It's just basically a jacket, no real lead in there that I can tell. I'll weigh that when I get home and see what that weighs. Maybe 6, 7, 8 grains is my guess. We'll find out. We'll be shooting at this 10-pound block of clay at a distance of 100 yards with a 5.56 using the 62 grain full metal jacket, PMC X-Tac. Walking up right now to the 10-pound block of clay that just got hit at a distance of 100 yards with a 5.56 using the 62 grain full metal jacket, PMC X-Tac. It would appear that we connected pretty much dead center, and that's what it looks like on the front end right there. So there's the entrance side. You can see the energy that tried to get out the sides. And on the back side, that is what the back of it looks like right there. The water jug that was first in line behind the clay, that's what happened there. The second water jug in line looks like it did get hit. Let's see if the bullet went inside or not. We've got a little bit of shrapnel inside of there, a little bit of jacket. It looks like nothing went out of the back side though. Alright, this is the jacket that I was able to recover from the second water jug in line on that 62 grain PMC X-Tac. Not really sure what that weighs. I'll weigh that when I get home. Probably 15 or 16 grains is my best guess, but we'll find out. What you're looking at are the 10-pound blocks of clay that were just now hit at a distance of 100 yards. The one on the right was hit with that 55 grain full metal jacket, and on the left it was hit with a 62 grain full metal jacket. Even on the entry side, you can see the difference on what that 62 grain does. And then on the exit side, you can see the difference there also. The 55 grain is right here. I can put my hand in there, but I can put my hand in there with room to spare on that 62 grain on the right. We'll be shooting at this 10-pound block of clay distance 100 yards with a 223, using a 55 grain Full Metal Jacket PMC bronze. Walking up right now to the 10-pound block of clay that was just hit at a distance of 100 yards with a 223 55 grain Full Metal Jacket PMC bronze. It would appear that I hit this guy a little bit off to the right, maybe a little high to the right. I'll have to check the tape when I get home. As far as the back side of it, you can see what happened on the back side. There is a water jug that was right behind the clay. Pretty well demolished. I don't see any remnants of any bullet fragment in there at all. In terms of the clay on the bottom, not too much damage on the underside, not too much pressure on the underside. Seems like all the pressure went up toward the top here on this one. We'll be shooting at this 10-pound block of clay, distance 100 yards, using the 5.56 62 grain Full Metal Jacket PMC X-Tac. Walking up right now to the 10-pound block of clay that was just hit at a distance of 100 yards with a 5.56 62 grain Full Metal Jacket PMC X-Tac. I think it's official. I think I hit him a little bit low. Even though I didn't really hit him perfectly, it certainly lifted him off the crate. Looks like I hit him just below the orange circle there. This was the top side. The underside, there you have it. So basically, if I can set him back on the crate, probably looked about like that when I got hit. The back side of it, you can certainly see how it blew the back side out nevertheless, even though the shot was less than perfect. The bullet went into the first water jug in line. Looks like it may have hit it right about here where my thumb is at, hit it pretty low. And then it looks like the bullet just kind of whizzed right through that crate right there and out the back side, saving our second water jug in line at least.